In today's video, I will show you how you can create a welcome sequence with Facebook ads. What this is it's an Instagram content funnel that you can set up with Facebook ads that costs you as little as $5 per day, but is highly effective when it comes to sell more coaching, more courses, more digital products, more info products. All right, so without further ado, let me walk you through this strategy that is one of my favorite strategies when it comes to leveraging your organic content efforts with a really small budget. So again, this is a little bit of a more long-term strategy, but it's low risk because it's very, very budget friendly, and it's highly effective because what you do is you really build a relationship and a brand at scale. So before I dive right into the strategy, I kind of want to let you know where we see it in the toolbox. This strategy is a retargeting strategy. So this works after someone was in touch with you for the very first time. Someone needs to be in touch with you for the very first time to start this welcome sequence. So the first time they visit your Instagram profile will be when this sequence kicks in. Now you have to either be good in organic content and get your traffic from there, or you can use Facebook ads to get this initial point of contact. And my very favorite strategy to get this initial point of contact, because it can be really hard and very, very time intensive to create that just with organic efforts. One of my very favorite strategies is a Facebook lead generation campaign. Also, again, something that is low cost, low risk, because you collect email addresses. That doesn't require a huge budget, doesn't require a pixel setup, is not affected by the iOS 14 update. So the strategy that comes before the strategy in my toolbox is a lead generation campaign with a strategic freebie. So we make sure that we only get in contact with the right type of people. So we have a strategic freebie that kind of filters out the people that are a good fit for us. We show this freebie to people with a lead generation campaign. So we collect their email addresses on Facebook or Instagram. And then on the thank you page of this on Facebook form, we send them to our Instagram account. So we basically do both with the same budget. We grow our email list with the right type of people, and we also get traffic on our Instagram of the right type of people. So highly targeted traffic. This is one of the secrets behind me selling so well from my Instagram profile, although it's so tiny, is because I have this constant flow of highly targeted traffic. And even if people don't follow me, they see my content, so I get the right eyeballs on my content. And the strategy that I share with you today is the next step after this, because often, people need more than one time or one interaction with us. Actually, it's said that people need up to 7 interactions to make a purchase decision. I don't think that this is accurate in every single time, but people need multiple points of high quality, informative, valuable contact with you before they decide to move ahead. And this is what we will do here. So after we've sent more of the right people on our profile, or you've done that with your organic efforts, we'll retarget them with your 5 best posts. And your 5 best posts are not your posts with the most likes or with the most reach. It's your posts that are mostly connected to your offer and that got you the most saves and the most website visits from your Instagram profile. So those are the posts that really make people check out what you have to offer and want to learn more about what you do. So also when selecting the posts, think about it from a funnel perspective. Top of funnel, we always want to lead with maximum value, and we want to have our call to action and salesy elements as low as possible. Whereas when we go towards bottom of funnel, so people are already more familiar with us, we delivered a lot of content, we can not be pushy, but we can be more direct and have a clear call to action of, here's what you get, take it right now. So when you select the content, I also want to encourage you to think about it like that. Select 5 pieces of content. We will allocate a budget of $1 per piece of content per day. And then we hop in Ads Manager. So this is how the campaign looks. It's a reach campaign. When we create a campaign, the very first thing that we have to decide on is what campaign objective we use. And I've seen people trying to achieve this or recommending this with conversion, optimizing for purchase, with traffic, or with reach. And conversion optimizing for purchase would make sense if the audiences weren't that small and if it wasn't post iOS 14 where audiences are even smaller. So what these campaign objectives mean is that you tell the system, Facebook's algorithm, to what chunk of the pie it should show your content. So if your audience that you've selected, everyone that has visited your profile, because remember, this is where we pick it up from, if your audience pie is everyone that has visited our profile, and then we say, from that pie, everyone that is likely to perform a desired action, a conversion, and the purchase, your piece of the pie will get very small. And because your audience is not big already, Facebook would just show your post to a little tiny fraction of the people that have initially visited your profile, and that kind of defeats the purpose of nurturing. Plus, very often, especially when it comes to coaching and course creation, the Facebook algorithm is not familiar enough with your complex offer to understand who is likely to buy. This is why conversions are not so effective here. Traffic would give you the piece of the pie that is very likely to click your link. But then again, these are not necessarily buyers, and they're just a piece of an already small pie that doesn't cost you a lot to reach the whole pie if you select the reach objective, because this is the only right campaign objective that allows you to reach everyone that's within the pie. This is where you tell the system, I want to reach as many people as possible that have visited my profile. So this is why we set up a reach campaign. The next decision that we have to make on the campaign level is this a campaign budget optimization, or are we optimizing our budgets on the ad set level? If we would select campaign budget optimization here, so like here, then we would allow Facebook to distribute our daily budget of $5 across the ad set as it thinks the budget is distributed more effectively. And because we have a reach campaign, Facebook would then allocate all the budget to the biggest audience. And you will see why this doesn't make sense to select once I show you how the audiences are set up. So what I want to bring across is we need to manually set the budget on the ad set level. So now let me go to the ad set level and show you where it gets really interesting, because this is how we will dial in our targeting. This member of mine, she gave me a total of 6 pieces of content. This is why we go here up to 18 days. But I actually recommend that 5 pieces of content are enough. And that will also give you exactly the $5. Here it's $1.28 because we need $1 and this account is in CAD, it's in Canadian dollars. Okay, so then you see I have ad sets for 3-day, 6-day, 9-day, 12-day, 15-day. Okay, so within those ad sets, every ad set has exactly one ad. And the ad is the post that I want to show at this stage. So in the first 3 days, I want to show this piece of content. In the next 3 days, after someone has visited our profile for the very first time, in the first 3 days after they visited our profile, I want to show them this post. In the next 3 days, so up until day 6, I want to show them the next post. In the next 3 days, up until day 9, I want to show them the next post. And this is how we're mapping out the funnel. This is why we need an ad set with a specific ad for all of these days. So 3 days will of course have a different post, then 6 days will have a different post than 9 days. And again, think about what order of posts make sense. So how we can ensure that, you see this post in the first 3 days and then this post in the next 3 days and then this post in the next 3 days is here when we dial in our audiences. So for the very first audience, we want to retarget our Instagram visitors of the last 3 days. If you combine it with the lead generation campaign approach that I explained in the beginning, you also want to, in addition to that, to increase your audience size, which is always a good idea. You also want to include everyone that has engaged with your lead form within the last 3 days. But for the purpose of this example, I will from now on just talk about the Instagram visitors. So in the very first ad set, we want to have everyone that has visited our Instagram profile within the last 3 days, and we want to show them the specific piece of content. Easy enough, but what happens after? So now on the next chunk, so for the next piece of content, we need another ad set. And here we want to dial in the custom audience of everyone that has visited our profile within the last 6 days. But we exclude the custom audience we just used in the other ad set of the last 3 days. So we want to say everyone that has visited our profile in the last 6 days, but not 3 days. And this is how we basically move them to the next chunk without showing them the old chunk again. So I will quickly show you now how to create those custom audiences. In Ads Manager, you want to go to the Audience Manager. Now you want to say Create Audience, Custom Audience, Instagram account. Then we have not everyone that has engaged, but everyone that has visited the profile. Here you select your day range. And here you then give it the name of Instagram. And the days. Be sure to select your correct profile here. And then create the audience. And then do it for 3 days, 6 days, 9 days, 12 days, 15 days. If you also use the lead generation approach, you find that here, custom audience, lead form, and then you can select everyone who has engaged with your lead form within a certain period of time. So you just do exactly the same, but the custom audience is just for the lead form engagers. A couple more important tips before I jump off here. So first, budget. I hope you understood that the budget needs to be dialed in on the ad set level. So we set it per ad set to force Facebook to show the ad to as many people as possible in the audience. And this budget is enough to show it to everyone because your audiences will be fairly small, especially if you don't combine it with lead generation campaign in the front end. It might not even spend the whole dollar every day. But you want to set the budget here to make sure that you have the highest chance of everyone in the specific time frame seeing your post. The next thing is that on Instagram, many of your posts will be carousels, and then this looks just weird if it's on a different placement than the Instagram feed. So I encourage you to just select the Instagram feed and the Instagram stories in the placements on the ad set level and not use automatic placement because it will just not look professional and good and people will not be able to click through. The last thing is that how you set up the actual ad. So all you need to do in the ad setup, instead of create ad, you want to say use existing post. And then you want to say here, select post, and then you just select the post that you've decided prior that this is the post that you want to share. So here's the Instagram, and then you just select the post that you decided should be at this stage of the funnel before diving into setting up the campaign. You'll also need to add a link and a call to action. My recommendation for the call to action is learn more. It showed to perform best. And of course, here you want to put the link to your backend offer. So in this case, we have a membership as the backend offer. But of course, this could also lead to booking a call with you, or this could also lead to the page where you have your self-liquidating offer, or where you sell your course, or where you have your webinar, wherever you want to drive your targeted traffic to sell your backend offers. All right, so that's it for now. This is how you create a welcome sequence or content funnel using $5 a day and your Instagram posts and Facebook ads. Let me know if you have questions.